people, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking on today's vlog. I'm actually gonna step really quick into the closet and talk to y'all for like 2 seconds before we jump out and get to work. So in real time, today is Monday. Happy Monday. I've been posting a lot of short form content. I also posted last week's vlog, so if you've not seen that already and you want to see last week's long form vlog, then definitely go ahead and watch that. We talked about a lot of home decor things. We talked about a lot of solo parenting things in that vlog, lots of new stuff, so be sure to check that out. I'm gonna link it in the cards above. Today specifically, I have a lot of content that I need to film, y'all. It's a batching day for me. It's an editing day. It's like Monday morning, hitting the ground running, getting stuff done. So we've spent a lot of time with the kids this morning. Thankfully, my husband is off of work today. Spent a lot of time with the kids this morning. We did a lot of quiet time. We just turned on the TV for the kids. They're getting 30 minutes of TV time, and during that time, I'm getting ready to go outside and film a video. And I also wanted to come on here and share with you guys our porch reveal. I know that I have done the porch reveal in short form, or just shown you guys the process of us doing our $25 porch for the fall, but I wanted to come on here and do it inside of this vlog as well, so y'all could see and we could talk more in depth about it, you know what I'm saying, give y'all more details. So that's what we're getting ready to go do. I'm gonna film the short form content first, let y'all kind of watch along on how I get that done, and then I'm gonna come back and actually show y'all like in more detail the front porch. So y'all ready? Come on, let's go. I'm filming with my DJI right now, simply because we're gonna go outside, and y'all know outside this camera just does so much better with filming. And then just because I still like to use my Canon every once in a while when I'm trying to get like very real life in the moment shots. Where is my Canon? Wait a minute. I still like to use my Canon. So when we come back in, we're gonna use the Canon, and I feel like I owe y'all, here it is. I owe you guys a detailed like review of my DJI. So I'm gonna try to get that into this part of the vlog today as well. I've got my mic and everything all ready to go in my phone, because I'm gonna film this with my phone. A lot of my quick short form content like this, I still try to film with my phone. This eyebrow is too dark. It's okay, we're gonna deal with it. If y'all care to see, y'all, the scale ain't changing, but the clothes are fitting looser. Like, somebody make it make sense. Okay, top is a part of that TJ Maxx haul that I did a few weeks ago. Y'all know the plum color top that had the white shirt underneath it. I need to switch my gimbal. But the plum color top that had the white shirt underneath it, I'm just wearing the actual just like vest today. These linen pants are from Fashion Nova. Y'all, this part right here used to be tight, and it's not tight. I don't understand. Like I said, the scale ain't moving. They're not my favorite. I would like to wear this pair around the house more, because I don't really like this elastic band as much. I always am wearing the ones that I got from Forever 21 to have the little drawstring in them, because they just look, I don't know, they fit better and they just feel better in general. But these ones with the elastic are not necessarily my favorite, but the fact that they're actually fitting today, fitting looser, I low-key am starting to like them. And they are a different, like, these look more, how do I explain it, more like true linen versus the can y'all see that, the pattern on here? Yeah, I don't know if y'all could tell, but more like true linen. And that's about it. I gotta go put my wedding ring back on. For jewelry, I'm keeping it super simple. Maroon bracelet, bottom bracelet. No, maroon bracelet is from SW Trading. The middle is Pavoy. The bottom is TikTok Shop. My ring is David Yarman. Necklace is also from SW Trading. Earrings are Pavoy. All the same things. And I gotta figure out what to put on my feet for this video. I might actually throw on, y'all, our closet is still a mess, but we've already decided, like, this is our closet and our room are the last things on our list to be, you know, done. Lastly, hold on, I'll show y'all this real quick too. I don't think I showed y'all my thrifted stuff. Remember I told y'all in the last vlog that we weren't thrifted, or was that short form content that I told y'all that? Look at the bag, y'all. Fall bag. Thrifted this for $10. Little slouchy boho bag. Very much on trend. I don't know why the person gave it up, but they gave it up for me. I'm obsessed. I carried it for the first time yesterday. All right. Hey, boo. How you you doing? Huh? What's wrong, sweet girl? Yes. Huh? You want an applesauce? Yeah, you can have applesauce. Roro, you would like an applesauce? You want an applesauce? You want one? Can you say please? Thank you. Here you go. Our little reusable trays are such a hit in our household. I have to order. Probably gonna do one more set. I did 10 to start, and it's really doing us well. And honestly, it might be okay, but I want to have enough for my husband to take to lunch as well. So I think I might do another set of 10. Alrighty, y'all, let's get into our fall front porch home decor. I am so obsessed. Here's what everything is looking like. We've got our rugs and everything. So this mat down here that says gather is from Pop Shelf, which most of the items up here are. The rug below is from Walmart, I believe, and this washable rug is from IKEA. Both of those rugs, the Walmart and IKEA rug, are old. We had them in our previous home. Our mum plant is from our local grocery store. I need to water it, as y'all can see, but it is from our local grocery store. It was about $10. It seems like the plants these past few days have been on sale specifically for fall. So go check your local grocery store. They may have some just like this. I want to get one more though. I think I want a burgundy one, and I want to put it in that corner over there. So we might go check out and see if they have any burgundy ones left. The ceramic pumpkin, y'all know the sale was 50% off. So this was originally $15 and we ended up getting it for $7.50. I think that was such a good deal, y'all. The sign, $8, got that for $4. This pretty autumn sign, which is all the like fall things on it. Y'all already know the vibes. Here's our wreath. I think the wreath is so cute and can be used so many different, ways in other fall decor to come in the future. I love the white pumpkins. I love the neutral colors. I think it looks great. And I also grabbed a command hook up here that matches just the trim of the house, which I think is perfect. Y'all know the chair and table we had previously. The pillow is old from Walmart, and then the lantern is also from Pop Shelf. This was about $4 as well, I think. Let me see. Oh no, $5. Overall, I think it just turned out great. We do have space to add another chair over in that corner if we wanted to. This set does come with 2 chairs, but for now I think one looks good. And my goal is to just put like our Halloween candy for the kids who trick-or-treat in this neighborhood on this table here, and have like a little chalkboard sign I'm gonna get, and then just monitor how much candy is out there and everything. Yeah, we're gonna let the kids come by and trick-or-treat, but this is what the front porch is looking like. In case y'all wanted to see it up close, I'm obsessed with it, and I have another rug like this. Let me know, should I change it to the cream or leave it with the black rug? Y'all let me know, but I think it looks so good, y'all. Shoes I'm gonna wear already. I can get them. Okay, actually, I gotta do I'm gonna eyeball this, not too much.
Come on. All open. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4.
I think my camera's lens is dirty. I have about 5 more minutes. Some of my meal prep, which is just ground turkey, broccoli, rice. I had to throw on a little Tony's because I didn't season this well at all. And I'm just eating this before we head out for OT therapy this morning, which we need to be getting ready to leave now. Trying to keep somebody calm. I'm gonna speak it, but I'll set y'all. Can I set y'all there? Please don't fall. I'm also filming with a Canon today, just feeling like that's what I wanted to use. I don't even know if my DJI is charged from yesterday. I actually didn't vlog yesterday for the vlog. Today's the first day of my cycle, so My Flow app was telling me that I need to lay low this week and part of last week. Apparently during your luteal phase, which is the week before, in the first few days of your period, you should lay low. Let me see, come here. Pack these. I bought them out. What happened to your shoes, sweetie? We're getting ready to head out the door now. I think I'm gonna vlog with the Canon all day today. All right, hey y'all. So we are back home. We have gone to therapy. We have come back home. We have, I know that partially, like part of the reason I'm very emotional right now is also because it's day 1 of my cycle. So I already know that that is why I am also just like very emo today because of that. I talk to y'all because oftentimes I skip over this subject, first of all. Secondly, I skip over this subject often for a couple of reasons in regards to our journey with my daughter's autism and like finding out about her diagnosis and just all the things. I skip over this, number one, because it is not even something that we have like figured out all the answers in our home, if that makes sense. There are days where, like, and I can say this because we've talked about it and he's comfortable with me saying it, so please don't think that I'm getting on here like spilling all my husband's business. But he like struggles with accepting Oakley's autism diagnosis. Like, he knows it. There are moments when it's evident. Then there are days she has really great days and you're just like, autism where? And then, you know, there are moments like what we're in now where we're seeing like some setbacks. And that typically happens when you change their routines, or it can happen for various numbers of reasons, right? Their little nervous system, you know, just, oh my God, the list is a trillion miles long. It is still a topic that we are gently working around in our own home, and some discussions around it are still not like, I don't want to say we're not comfortable speaking about it, but we're just trying to figure out how to navigate it, if that makes sense. When you first get your child's autism diagnosis, this seems to be a thing. They give you this list of what needs to happen in the first 100 days, what to expect in the first 6 months, what should be accomplished in the first year. Then they start telling you like what things to start working on by age group, by grade. It's very daunting. Overwhelming. I wish I was a little bit stronger right now to come and have this conversation with y'all, because I don't want to be crying and like making other people, maybe who are just finding out or whatever, feel hopeless, because it's not a hopeless thing. It actually is a quite and I'm gonna say this so wrong, so please forgive me. It's a difficult but beautiful, blessed circumstance, challenge to have. We still don't know a lot, y'all. Like, even yesterday we were sitting here like minds blown talking to the ABA therapist, like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's still so much that we don't know, and we're very ignorant to the topic. And you would think like 9 months in that we would, girl, no. Girl, no. We are so like, just like, what? Okay, wow, you know? Every day, every week, there's something new. The other part of it is, which I think is small and goes back to some of the first topics that I mention reasons why is because I know that I have family that watches my content, and I never want to worry them. Family and friends. I have a few, people who have, you know, and I just never want to worry them with like the details of what we've been going through with Oakley, right? Because at the end of the day, like, we're managing, like, we're getting through. She's still doing amazing. She's still, done just have has made so many like strides to be better and all the things. And so I'm just, we're having some regression. I think talking to one of her OT therapists today, that a lot of it still has to do with this move, switching up her routine. We kind of discussed like areas where she might be overstimulated, things that could be overstimulating her, um, what she's associating with certain places and people that are causing like some of the regression that we are seeing. And the regression is, it's hard to explain. I don't want to give too many details. And the other part of it is, I think also that I can say is top of the list is, this is Oakley's journey, and I want to share it with respect to her, because I just don't. I've always said, like, even when it came to when I started homeschooling Oakley, and this is like before we got Oakley's diagnosis back in March, I knew Oakley had autism somewhere around. I say all my first like inkling was around 7 months. 7 months we went to Utah for a family thing. It was like my first like, okay. Before that though, I kind of suspected it. I always say that God actually told me. That's when I knew that I knew when God spoke to me, because God actually told me about Oakley's autism before Oakley was even born. Different times through my pregnancy that I mourned that I can remember just crying so hard and praying that I was just getting worked up in my own head, all the things. And I just kept hearing him tell me that this baby is gonna, she's gonna have autism. Oakley was born. And I just remember looking at her and hearing that same thing. And I kept saying to myself, like, why is the devil like the enemy? I really did. I thought I was like thinking these negative thoughts to myself. I'm like, why is he messing with me? Why am I so focused on this one thing? As she kept getting older, I kept trying to like suppress it. Then you see her hitting like some milestones and you're like, she is fine. Like, nothing is wrong. And then she starts to get a little bit older and closer to 1 year old. And this feeling is like I could just throw up, like knots in my throat, on and off all the time. And finally, somewhere around, I would say 10 months, y'all know we started Oakley, because I had this, thought in my head, like, Oakley has autism. This was around 10 months. I thought to myself, like, if I am proactive, I can, like, flip the clock, you know what I'm saying? And so I think around 10 months is when she started Little Gym. Y'all know she went to Little Gym for gymnastics, and we started that then. And I'm sorry, y'all. I know this is like so gross. I'm gonna shower right after I talk to y'all, so before I get the girls up from nap. We started Little Gym, and y'all, she got in Little Gym, and I'm like, yeah, she has autism. I remember taking her to her second class by myself. My husband was at home. I think he was like building his computer that day. And I brought her home. We had left class early. It was only like her second or third class, and I was bawling. I remember putting her down for a nap and, telling him like I wanted to take her out. I felt so bad for like putting her through class that day. I was like, Jamal, she has autism. Like, I'm telling you. And again, like I said, he still has some days where he just does not like to accept that. I think a lot of that sometimes has to do with the fact that our child, she is verbal, She does have some, pretty normal motor skills. Oakley's biggest areas are sensory wise and communication wise. Um, and so, yeah, I get it, And so he was telling me, like, babe, she doesn't. I'm like, Jamal, you didn't see her today. I've seen kids, with autism. I, had the opportunity to be around other children who were on the spectrum. And so slowly but surely, he started to see that. And at her first birthday, I didn't say anything at her doctor's appointment. Again, because at the same time, she's also hitting all of these milestones. Oakley is 1 year old, saying her ABCs start to finish, counting. You know what I'm saying? You just don't think, she does have some normal, cues and behaviors that you easily missed. So, her first birthday passes, and the closer we start to get to her second birthday, the more the symptoms are evident. I mean, like, family, like Jamal is saying it, I'm saying it. One of her coaches at Little Gym was saying it. Um, I finally started explaining what I was feeling to my mom and my dad at this point, I think, and they were seeing it. And so it just became like this thing, and it was just really hard to deal with. Kind of lonely. I felt judged in some respects. I'm pretty sure not intentionally by people, but I just have. Um, that we know and don't know. And so that's hard. Also, and it's just been interesting to walk through with God. So that's like I said, like, I don't want to just hide it, because my whole, like, talking to y'all, I just be sharing, like, life with God. Like, we gonna do this morning routine with God. We gonna cook this food with God. We gonna get the kids ready. We gonna go to church. We're gonna do this content. We gonna work from home. And I can't just close out this one area. Sometimes I've heard this before, that the areas that you struggle with the toughest are usually the areas where he uses you the most to get his glory, so that you can help somebody else. I don't want to miss an opportunity to do that. It hasn't been easy, and I just feel like it's the one area that I don't share a lot about, but it's the probably biggest day to day that we struggle with. And like I said, some are better than others. Some days are better than others. Some weeks are better than others. Some months we're just like, this was a great month, Oakley. So yeah, and I think the move has a lot to do with that, which I kind of suspected. I knew that at some point she would start to feel like the move was not just a move, and it was more permanent. And it would just, yeah. So that's where we are. Currently, Oakley is only in an OT program here in our new state. And with the changes that we've started to see in some of the areas that we're starting to see, like, resurface or even become an issue, because there were things that weren't an issue that now are an issue, we are looking at ABA therapy, especially because she's 3. And technically, to a school, she's still young. And so I guess the goal is to get her into ABA therapy, where she can kind of mimic school behaviors and learn and work on some of the life, everyday skills that we're seeing some setbacks with. And she can do that in preparation for school, for a pre-K program next year, is the goal. So that's where we are. The other thing I'm still struggling with is whether or not I should be homeschooling Oakley. One, getting her into the ABA program for the year. getting her to pre-K age 4, which technically she could do like the pre-pre-K now, but getting her to like age 4, and then putting her into preschool. Because we've been told before by schools and educators and things that Oakley, with the right things that she needs, she could go into a regular school setting, which she could now, but I just feel like it would overstimulate her even more than what she is now, causing these setbacks. And I don't even want to call them setbacks. I'm going to just say these are things that we are seeing need some work. Then transition to preschool, and then we'll go about figuring out what kindergarten, first grade, etc. looks like. Option 3 or option 4 rather, that I have is Oakley goes into the ABA program, and I have been considering getting like a part-time job back in marketing or social media here at home, because y'all know that insurance doesn't cover everything. ABA, autism is expensive. I think that's something that really I struggle with as well, because, and I know God will provide. So I'm going to say this and I'm going to watch this back, and then I'm going to come back and tell y'all how the Lord provided, because I know He will. Healthcare is expensive. Y'all know your health insurance, never, girl, don't be covering all of what you need. So like it covers some things, but it doesn't cover everything. And the out-of-pocket costs, we're slowly racking up a nice bill. Okay, we still have about $1,000 and some change to finish paying for the girls being born back to back. Okay, like the hospital was like, yeah, we're gonna combine all your bills together. You got one lump sum bill. Okay, we pay a monthly installment to the hospital still to this day. We've been paying it. I think it started out at like almost $3,000. The bills, the Oakley's bill herself was crazy, because y'all know Oakley's birth story, her labor delivery, and then Rory's bill. And then we started getting the hospital bill down pretty far, and then we tacked on like another $1,000 for Rory's frenectomy or flenectomy, one of the two. And we were just like, okay. So I think it's to like, we've gotten it down quite a bit this year. Hopefully by some point next year we will be done. And then you start tacking on the autism, like all the specialists and the testing and the therapies. It has been not a lot of people talk about that. It sucks that these things are not covered in full. And the people have to get paid. The center, like one session for OT is like almost $400. And I think insurance does cover a good chunk of it. And then there's like an out of pocket of like 100 and something that we have to pay. And of course, we're not paying that each session every week. So we, have a monthly bill for that. And it's just like, I'm being very transparent in that part. It's very expensive, but you want to give your child everything they need to succeed. So you're like, bucket, okay, if I got to pay $50 a month for the rest of my life, that's what we're going to do. We're just, trying to maintain that. But I know God will provide. And I know He'll give us everything that we need to get her all the help that she needs so that she can thrive. And that's just all I pray for. That is the prayer. The other prayer is that, I say like me stay home and get a work from home job if that's what the Lord would have me. I've been applying for a few things. So if that's what He would have me to do, I pray that those opportunities come forth. And if I were able to do that and get like a work from home job, I could even put Rory into school part-time and still be able to help with the extra out-of-pocket costs for Oakley. The other thing is I'm hoping, this year I've seen like a moderate ramp up in my opportunities that I've been getting as a creator. And the income that I have been able to receive has blessed my family tremendously in our day-to-day, if that makes sense. So I've been able to do things like, take care of groceries and, necessities like that, which is a blessing. And it helps us to also have cushion and savings and all the things because we primarily live off of one income as a family. So having this income as a creator has been a blessing. And like I said, like I would say over the last 4 or 5 months, probably a little bit longer than that. No, longer than that. This year, I'll just say as a whole, has been a blessing, and I've been able to really like just have some cool opportunities financially through creating content. And my prayer is that that will increase and continue, and then maybe it will be more of me just being like, an entrepreneur, which I consider creating content, doing UGC, entrepreneurship. Then I would be able to just ramp up business a little bit more, and there wouldn't be necessarily a need for, a full time work from home job. I would just be able to maintain from content. I would absolutely love for that to be the reality. So, yeah, that's where we are, guys. I know that was a lot. I just feel like I haven't updated y'all on like this and life and all the things. And I just wanted to because I don't ever want to seem detached from community and be preaching like do life with God, do life with God, not preaching, but y'all know what I'm saying. Saying like do life with God, do life with God, and then not sharing and only sharing like day to day and not sharing the real areas where I have to truly do life with God. I don't have no other answer, no other way other than to do that. I posted on my stories on earlier how I just feel like autism feels lonely as a parent, and I'm sure as a child it feels like lonely and misunderstood. I can only imagine how other parents feel because every child's diagnosis is just so different. Every child, every family doesn't immediately get into programs. Every child, I mean, we waited for girl. I can't even tell you how many months, almost a year, just to get her testing done. Like, and so everybody's journey is different. Everybody's story is different. Everybody's family dynamic is different. Everybody's faith is different. Everybody's finances is different. Every child's diagnosis is different. And so it feels lonely because everything is just so personal to the child, the parent, the family. And so it can feel very lonely. So, yeah, I think I got to share more. But I'm also grateful because, again, God chose Jamal and I to come together and to be together. And He put Oakley on this earth for a reason. She's His child first. And I just trust and believe that He's going to continue to help us steward her well, do everything that we need to do for her, help her. He's going to provide all the resources. And that's that. Everything she needs will be taken care of. So, a little behind getting ready to go get the girls. I just have to come back and tell y'all how good God is. I just got a UGC like contract for a brand that I grew up on. It's a kid, I don't want to say what kind of brand it is just yet because I haven't read through the whole contract. It could be a month-to-month thing, meaning that they can hire me every single month. It would be the highest paid UGC deal that I have had in just one deal alone. Like, God is good. God is so good. God is so good. And so I have to read through the rest of the contract. I always read through it and I go over to my lawyer and I put it in Chat GPT. And then whatever questions and stuff I have, my husband is excellent. Y'all, he reads through things like this at work. So he is excellent. Thank God for my man. I always have him go and review my contracts and stuff. He's low key become like my manager on the back end. I owe him some money. I need to go to y'all. I owe him some money because he's been reading all my UGC contracts recently, and so yeah, that's good. That was I needed that. And it was something that I actually forgot about. They emailed me, I emailed them, and they hadn't emailed back. And I've been not trying to be funny. I've been finishing work with other brands. Last month was pretty busy in UGC for me. And then even the start of this month, we've already got like 3 deals underway. That one makes 1, 2, 3. That is the third one. So yeah, we started out. We already have 2 for this month. That will be number 3. God is good. God is good. I'm grateful. I actually I think tonight though, I'm actually gonna like do some studying and just like sometimes I like to go and read things and get refresher courses and like find different ways to get better. So I might watch some videos and read through some articles about like best practices for creating ads and just all the things, seeing like what's new out there, what I can improve on in my storytelling, my scripting, all that type of stuff. So I try to be proactive and being like better with all of that. But yeah, that's cool. All right, let's get the kids up. Y'all ready? You sorry I was shouting? Mommy was shouting? I don't think so. That's good. There we go. When I'm not outside, ooh, when I am not outside with this camera, I have to switch to my manual settings, and then when I go outside, I have to switch to auto. So, right now I'm in the girls' closet, which, girl, it's like, girl. But I'm in the girls' closet, and I'm grabbing some things. I'm grabbing stuff for them to wear for bedtime, and then I'm also grabbing sorry y'all, my thigh was itching. That was so vigorous. Stuff for them to wear to bed, and then also gonna grab their outfits for tomorrow as well. Got done telling y'all all about our current autism, things. I've limited their toys, so we don't have a lot of toys in here anymore because I just realized, like, what's overstimulating her and all the things. So I'm getting ready to set up her little ice cream stand. She got this last year on her birthday, but it wasn't until this year, like recently, that we started seeing her playing with it properly. Because before, she would just take these, put them in her mouth, and like grind her teeth on the top of the ice cream. But now there's this desire to like play with the ice cream properly, and I am excited about it. Obviously, girl. There's so many Bluey things, y'all. She got the Bluey house, the airplane boat thing, and so she's just now getting to the point where she actually is showing interest in wanting to play with this stuff. So I'm trying to like, encourage some of this play. Bluey house. And then for Rory, we have this little Fisher Price cat that she is obsessed with, and it came with these balls that she just puts in. So I'm just gonna line them up here for her to play with that. And then we also have their little Melissa and Doug ice cream shop situation right there. And then they also have the racetrack. I believe the racetrack is VTech.